Having a green thumb. Hi friends, it's Adam, the crippled cannabis cowboy.
This could be good for me. Lately I was feeling like I need a purpose. But when you talk to me, give me the
You subscribe to my channel yet? I'm gonna have another one coming soon. That's behind the whole name, that kind of thing. There's a lot of rules and regulations that I've learned as I go. I don't think there is anything scientifically proven that this helps people that are disabled, but it's certainly helping me, so let me share it with y'all. Having a green thumb isn't that hard, man. There's a lot of intimidation. I'm laughing because I've been called an internet infidel. That was pretty cool. When it comes to horticulture, if you think of it logically, like it's a seed, right? It's life. It grows out of the ground with dirt and water. They're stronger than us, believe it or not. In a weird way, stronger and smarter. Yeah, they don't have brains. It's almost like it's programmed into the seed to do its thing. Now, I'm a medical patient, so I'm allowed to get into and grow medicinal plants. Every video I've made of trying to help gets censored, so looking into it, come to find out I don't have any strikes yet against my YouTube account, but that may change in the future because I'm not exactly someone that follows the rules well. Best I could say is everything I learned now comes from the internet. I was doing my research, man. You can watch video after video of every kind of horticulture, growing trees, flowers, plants, vegetables, everything you can think of is on there, and someone made a video of it. From what I've been researching and math, I guess, it can save a family money if you get into growing plants and stuff to eat for your family. It is possible. It does take a lot of work, though, I'm not gonna lie. From what I've noticed, it's almost like an entire family has to dedicate a certain amount of time to horticulture, and that's because I know of a family that does, and I've watched several videos of families doing it. There's actually this woman online, it's pretty cool. She takes care of her family through gardening, and she figured out how to calculate how much money she saved off this vegetable. I know microgreens are a big microgreens. I don't know if I said that right, but that's a big one. I will be making a different channel just in case the censorship train comes, because I've literally had videos removed and emails. If you screw up, the email comes quick, like within moments of you posting something. So I don't exactly know. That's not a human mind. That comes from AI or algorithms, whatever that word is. It's noticed very quickly. I'll share all the information as I get it. Stay posted. First question you gotta ask yourself is, do you want inside or outside? I'm disabled. I can't do a fucking thing, so I'm stuck with inside. That's why I have tents behind me. It's way different than when I was into it when I was younger. It's kind of cool because I know everything of what not to do. So all this stuff is like new, and science is behind it and all kind of stuff. It is pretty cool. I would recommend, if you're disabled, you can get into it. And if you're dealing with medicinal plants, they can get big. And if you're like me and you have balance problems, then you don't want to fall on some big medicinal plant. You're gonna go to the hospital, man. So if you stunt the growth, you can keep them small. And that's how I do my thing, man. It ain't hard at all, like zero. yeah, you need some basic stuff, but once you got it, that's just if you want like good quality. If you just like to grow stuff, man, all you need is a freaking windowsill. So don't really buy into the hype of, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. I talk to some friends nowadays. Anytime I have a question, I run it by them. And then I have more friends that, if they have a question, they run it by me. So it's like a community. We all like to help each other. It's pretty cool. If you're disabled, I recommend getting involved. A few channels that I watched that I learned my stuff. Mr. Grow It is one of them. From the Stash podcast. Pigeons 420. Oh, I'm sorry, Pigeons. And then there's 420 Scene. Then there's Mr. Grow It. Mr. Canucks, although I've heard bad stuff about that guy lately. Um, High Again. I love those two. There's a lot, so do your digging like I did. If you do want to get into medicinal plants, I guess really all you need is a windowsill, because I have a friend that did it with her daughter, and it'll get so big, you might get a couple feet and then it's gonna have problems or whatever, unless you keep giving it good soil. If you keep it in a little pot, yeah, it's gonna eat everything in the soil in that tiny little pot and it'll die. But if you provide it with a battery, that's something that I learned that's actually pretty handy. Is a pot of soil is like a battery, and the bigger the battery, the more power. The longer of the duration of energy for the plant. So you have to transplant into bigger pots, or you can start in a bigger pot. It's up to you. Seedlings in my game, they like warm and they like humid, so you can go as far as I did. I got one of those little seedling bins. I'd show a picture, but I got in trouble for that shit. That makes it kind of easy. There's plenty of other people I know that just do it different. They do it right in a tent. If you keep the humidity and the light freaking perfect, you can do it in just a tent. I got tired of playing back and forth, so I just got a seedling bin that's my seedlings. That's cool. They last about 4 or 5 weeks. Then they're ready to go into the 1 gallon pots. I start with 1 gallons, and sometimes I go to 2, sometimes I go to 3. I usually end in a 5 gallon pot. My ending pot seems to be fabric now. You don't want to transplant from a fabric pot. That's a pain in the ass. So I keep it plastic until the final container. I put it in, I leave it alone, and because the roots grow different in the plastic pots from the vinyl pots. So you'll see what I mean if you try to transplant one out of a vinyl pot. You're gonna make a mess, trust me. Once you pass that 4 or 5 week mark, honestly, you're fine, man. That's really the only pain in the ass, is to get it started. Once they get started, they're very strong, so they can, as long as you water them and give them good soil, they're gonna grow, and they got good light. Lots of awesome equipment. Obviously, there's stuff behind me. I've gotten plenty of things that will keep me busy for a long time. I'm a mad scientist about it, so I'm not afraid to do something to a plant. That's why I know they're so resistant, because I've literally chopped them in half. I'm not lying. I let the thing get like 2 feet and I chopped it in half brutally, and it still grew. So, there's all kinds of tricks of the trade you could do that increase terpene. I'm a terpene hunter, so if you get into this kind of thing, there's people that like potency, there's people that like terpenes, that's like flavor, I guess. There's people that like the percentages of the CBD, the CBN. There's so much stuff, so it's a big world, a lot of science involved. If you want to jump aboard, like I said, I'm gonna start another channel just for my growing things. because I know what not to do and I'm learning what to do. So I want to share it with people like me. Man, I'd much rather you grow a plant on a fucking windowsill than be bedridden. So, to be honest with you, this ability, it saved my life. I got my dog over there laying on my bed. I get to take him out every day. I play fetch with him with this little Nerf gun. And then there's my plants. Man, that's like it. Oh, and these videos. I like doing these things. If you do go for it, then welcome aboard. It's a cool ship, man.